Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new YouTube video, yay! And I'm going to shout out BK for their patronage. You hear that? That's a hissing cockroach. Here they are. And they're pretty awesome. So, as you can see, strong. Actually pretty cute, and this is if you know what they are and you don't know exactly how to care for them, but you have a few basic ideas on how to care for them, but you don't know the exact care, but you know that you might want one. Well, this is the video for you. And I also want to thank, I don't know if I feel like it, yeah, I already did it. I thank BK for his, their patronage. Thank you. And, you could do me on Patreon. Probably strange pets. Could just peed on me. Female, okay? It keeps peeing on me. Wait, what if that female is giving birth? But back on track. Sweating, her abdomen is bulging a little bit out, like more than normal. But as you can see, that's a female. You just spray them daily. I spray mine more than daily. You don't have to spray them daily. You could leave them alone for a week, but just make sure you do not have ventilation like this. You need way less ventilation to just leave them alone for a week. Leave them alone for 2 weeks, maybe even you could. 2 weeks, and they'll be fine. You just have to have less ventilation. So that means less humidity escapes. And you do need humidity. Because they're tropical animals from Madagascar. They don't need humidity. And they are... So, the daily maintenance, every, something like, you could feed them every few days. Yeah, I think that's not like running away too fast. But less on that, just feed them occasionally for a few days with fresh fruit and veggies or Rapashi bug burger, which you could order online somehow. Is this the female? No, this is a different female. As you can see, they could crawl. So take that in mind. They won't infest your house, though. Probably going to make a video on that soon. They can't infest your house. Make a video on that soon. This is just a basic miniature care series. This is a series. This is just the first overview of basic daily care. And it's basically that simple for just to care for them for a month. But, if you... every, few months or so, you clean them out. Let me try to show you their poopy oopy doopy. I don't see any of it right here. But they do like egg cartons, if you know that already. You probably will if ever seen a video with a Madagascar hidden cockroach in it, because they do love egg cartons. And I've cleaned this out pretty recently, but just an overview of their poop. If they don't eat their food within like 2 days, 3 days, something, and it starts to mold and like get hard, and there's like mites and fruit flies in it. I mean, fungus gnats or anything else. You can also feed them fresh fruits and vegetables. Just make sure that there's no pesticides, or all. I think organic means also no pesticides. Organic, no pesticides, that kind of thing, to make sure. But you could also feed them some food scraps occasionally. It's like a treat. They really will munch a lot down. Females might give birth soon, I think. I had them for like a few months. I know that. I've had them for a few months. I could have been like became pregnant like when it was like shipping to me. I just got these from Fluker Farms. All of them came well and alive. 2 of them died in the first week, but now they're all alive. I think they were just trying to settle to their new home, and they didn't successfully do that. They died, but it was just a little stressful for them. I think that's why they passed away. It's not because of their old age or anything. Sometimes that happens, like right during shipping or after shipping, but mine came alive. You could just order them from Fluker Farms. Okay, they also like a water bowl. If you cannot provide humidity and you really don't want to spray it daily, provide a water bowl, which I also do, because there's probably lakes and ponds, very small lakes and ponds in Madagascar. Just a guess, I don't know that. I do know a lot about geography. I used to do Google mapping on Madagascar, but I don't do it anymore. I do a lot of Google Maps. It's very fun. As you can see, if you keep males and females together at the right condition, it is wintertime. So for breeding, you will definitely need a heat mat. It's 78 degrees, which is a good breeding temperature. I think breeding temperature, probably breed within about 3 months, between 75 and 83. But if you don't want a water bowl, just do out of like a bottle cap. Also, filtered water, no chlorine water, distilled water, any of that sort is good. Don't use just tap water. That's not good. But as you can see, 69% humidity, which I think we should raise the humidity a little bit. I usually like to keep it very high because I do not want any casualties. But when they start breeding, you could keep two females at least for every male. It's fine if you keep multiple males together. They won't fight to the death. They might just fight over one female specific. But they'll fight with their horns. That's why the males have horns. But it's in many species. It's common. And they won't kill each other. They won't hurt each other that much. They probably just wrestle a little bit. One of them might fall. Or I don't know. Lose a tiny leg tip. But that's fine. They're very hardy. They're great with handling too. So if you just want an insect that could stay on your shoulder all day like a Pikachu, that is great. They're probably the closest thing you could get to a buggy Pikachu. To a Pika-bug. They're not actually bugs, but they're insects. Bugs is it's a complicated term. I'll explain that in another video. But yeah, this is a female. Female doesn't have big horns. No horns or no big horns. I think the females are going to have babies sometime soon. Yeah. But You could, if you're wondering where to find them, you could get them at Fluker Farms. You could get them at Roach Crossing. You do have to email the guy on Roach Crossing, Kyle, I think his name is. I've never bought from Roach Crossing, but I think you have to email him to buy the stuff, and then we'll ship it to you. But yeah, you could also get it from anything with. You could buy it at some pet stores. The pet stores around me are very limited. I don't have any actual pet stores around me. They're just pet supply stores. They do have there's a thing that's there's a lot of pet stores, but they're pet supply stores. They do not have feeder insects. They might have 2 fish, maybe 2 birds, 2 parakeets, and that's it. Except for the Petco's around me, which I've never found hissing cockroaches at. But I heard they have hissing. They do have dubia roaches, which are this big when you buy them, but they grow to be this big. I do have dubia roaches to feed my leopard geckos, but on my leopard geckos in another video, they just it high humidity, tropical environment. You could make it I do plan to make this later. The first bioactive insect enclosure. I don't know how that's gonna do. They're not predators exactly. And this is too small to house something that eats adult hissing cockroaches and to house them with adult hissing cockroaches. They might eat the nymphs, but they should have a tank just to themselves without too many because they like overcrowding. And I think that's too much food for the animal you're housing them with. Unless you house them with it has a colony of 3 of them for small tarantula, something like that in here. This is great for a small tarantula. Reptizoo. It's good, but sometimes the water leaks out over here. It's pretty good. It's a good size, definitely. Definitely has a good mechanism thing. Still don't know how to open this exactly. This thing, I don't know how to open it. But yeah, that's the daily maintenance. This is the daily maintenance video. Sorry if this is super boring, but hope you learned a few things. They do hiss. Males hiss more. Females don't hiss as much, or they don't hiss at all when they are pregnant. Grab it. That's how you call it, with stuff that's not humans. But you could draw pregnant if you're not a very terminology person. But I'm not really. I'm more of a taxonomist-ish. If you have any questions about insects, you could leave it in the comments below. If you have any questions on this care guide, what kind of videos we're going to make in the series about hissing cockroaches. It's also good-ish for other cockroaches, like dubia roaches, cave cockroaches, it's good for a array of hobby cockroaches, pet cockroaches, feeder cockroaches. It's great. It's decent for them. It is a pretty good care guide series for them. But as you can see, here's my collection. Most of except this one, which I used to have one. I'm going to use this one for earwigs, which I think only Clint's Reptiles has ever actually kept. I do want to keep earwigs, which most people would hate, but I would love them. Heard they're easy. I just watched a Clint Reptiles video on it, but don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye-bye.